Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to buy Qubic on the MEXC exchange. I just want to begin this video by saying, firstly, this is really simple. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it, so you'll know everything to do. I'm going to show you how to do this on a desktop and laptop initially, and then at the end, I'll just show you the same steps that you can do to buy it on a mobile phone. If you're buying on your mobile phone, I just recommend watching this whole video because I'm going to show you exactly what to do on the desktop and laptop. And then at the end, I'll just show you, if you're using your phone, just this here is where you find this button and that button, because the interface is a little bit different on your phone. But I'm not going to go into great detail on the phone. It's the exact same steps as you'll use in the desktop and laptop, so it makes sense. Just one other note that I want to make is MEXC is reliable right now. Should be okay to buy your Qubic on it right now and just withdraw it off the site. But the only thing I want to say is just my spidey senses are tingling a little bit on this this exchange. I'm not 100% sure if I trust it completely. So, if I just maybe just be careful with it is all I'm going to say. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it for now. I don't know 100% if I trust this exchange long term. But anyway, that's all I've got to say about it. Let's get into the video. So yeah, the first things that you're going to have to do is relates to the boring stuff, the security, compliance, signing up and all that. So I've got a sign up link that I'm going to leave in the description, probably in the top pinned comment as well. You'll find it there somewhere. It's a referral link. You can sign up through that if you like. You're guaranteed it's going to be bringing you to the correct site, and you're not going to get any phishing scams or anything like that. It also means that I get a small commission. It won't be any extra cost to you. So if you just want to support the channel, that it helps me out. But no problems. You can go and find the website if you want yourself as well. Just make sure it's MEXC.com. So anyway, you can click that link and sign up. When you're signing up, then you got to go through some steps. So, put in your email, create a password. And when you join, then you're not really going to be able to do anything with that I'm showing you this video without doing some KYC steps. So you're going to have to set up some two-factor authentication through your email, through your phone number. You're going to have to provide then some identity things like a passport or some sort of documentation that's got a picture of you and proves who you are. Something that proves your address, like a utility bill for electricity, gas, or bank, or whatever. And you're probably going to have to take a picture of yourself as well to prove who you are, just because, it's a legitimate site. Now, that's boring stuff, but it's not going to take you too long. It's really easy to do. I'm not going to go into step by step how to do it because they'll prompt you on exactly what to do, and they'll show you step by step what to do. Once you've got this stuff done, we can move on to the next step. So the next step is that we're going to need to, if you haven't got any crypto to deposit onto MEXC, we're going to have to actually go and buy some crypto. And the way we do that is we just go up to this corner here to where it says buy crypto. When we click on that, it brings down this drop down menu, and we're just going to go and click quick buy and sell. And then we go in here and we're going to go and pick whatever our national currency is or whatever currency we're buying with. So for me, it's euro. For some of you guys, it might be dollars or whatever currency you're using. We pick that, and then we can put in here USDC, USDC, or USDT. Now, I would use USDT a lot of times, but in Europe, there's some issues with it right now. So put in whichever you want, but some of you might want to use USDC. But USDT should be fine. If it allows you to buy that, that's 100% fine. Use USDT around here. But either's good. Doesn't make any difference which you use anyway. And then you're going to click buy USDC. Now, you can use whichever method that you want here by clicking this drop down button here. So if we click that drop down button, it's going to say fiat conversion. You can use that. You can use a SEPA bank transfer, or you can use a debit card. And we can see there's different prices here for each type of transfer. Probably the handiest one just to use if you want to make a quick purchase is the debit credit card. The SEPA then could take a day or two to come through. And then the fiat conversion, I'm not sure how well that works, but you can give it a go too. But I'd probably just recommend, if you want to make a quick purchase, just going with the debit or credit card. If that doesn't work, then going with SEPA bank transfer. But you can give the fiat conversion a go if you want as well. I'm just not sure how that works. But once you've done that, you click confirm, and then your debit credit card probably or SEPA will be shown here, and then you just click buy USDC. So once you've done that, then so you want to see if your money's turned up in your account. Now, if you've already got USDC or USDT on another account and you want to deposit it into MEXC, if you're someone who's bought it with a credit card, you can just forget about these two steps for a second. But if you're someone who's trying to deposit, all you do is go to the home screen, go up here to the deposit section, click on that, click on chain deposit, and then you go select USDT or USDC if that's the one you're using, but probably USDT. Select that. Select your network. I'd recommend using the Tron network. Pick your deposit address here, and then you go to wherever you're sending the crypto from, paste that address in and send it across. But most of you are probably going to be buying with a card, so you don't need to worry about that step. And then what we want to do is see, did our funds actually turn up in our account? So if you bought with your card, you want to see, has it actually turned up in your account? So for this, you go up to this section that's called wallets here, click on that. It'll bring down this drop down here. You can click on overview. And in overview, you've got this section that says overview and spot. And in the spot section, you'd be looking for your USDT to pop up there, but it mightn't pop up there because sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't pop up there, you want to go over to the right to this section that says transfer, click on that. And from there, you want to click this drop down that says fiat, change this drop down to fiat, and change the to section to spot. You might, if you need to switch these around, you might need to click this button here, but you want to go and take your money from fiat and put it into spot. Select a USDT or USDC if that's what you bought, and click all, and then click transfer. And once you do that, it should show up in your spot account then under the assets section. If it straight away showed up under spot, you don't need to worry about that transfer section. But if you're just looking for your funds, that's how you switch them over to your spot wallet. And then what we're going to do is actually trade this into our USDT or USDC into Qubic. So we go all the way up here to where it says spot on the home screen, click on that, and that's going to open up this window here. And we just need to change this from Bitcoin to Qubic USDT. The screen's going to look a bit overwhelming or a bit confusing, but don't worry about it. Just follow the exact steps that I'm saying here. So put into the search bar here, Qubic, type that in, and that's going to bring up our two spot pairs, which are Qubic USDT, and our second one is Qubic USDC. So whichever one you've used, just pick that pair. So probably most you've picked USDT, so just pick that pair if that's what you've done. And once you do that, you're up in the top left corner. This will change to Qubic USDT. So up in your left corner up here where you can't see on the screenshot, it'll change to Qubic USDT. And then we're going to go all the way over here to the right to the buying section. So this is the buy sell section. So this is the only part we really care about now. And we're going to change this to market. So when we change it to market, it's going to give us this option here. So it's going to give us the most optimal price. And we just bring the slider all the way up to 100%. Now that's if you want to spend 100% of your stable coin, which that's what, by the way, what USDT and USDC are. They're stable coins. So they keep a stable price to the US dollar. If you don't want to spend it all, just move it up to 10% or move it up to 25% or 50% or whatever you want to do. But most of you are probably going to want to spend it all in Qubic. So move it all the way up to 100%. And then you just click buy Qubic. Just make sure you're in market because this is going to keep the price at the current market price. If you put it at limit, you set your own price. And if you're more experienced, you can do that. But the problem is you might overpay, or maybe maybe you'll set it at a price where your order doesn't get filled ever, so you never get your Qubic. So I recommend if you're a beginner, just going with market. And if you're the sort of person that likes to be really safe and just test things out, you can just put this at 10% initially, see does it work, test it out, and then switch over to do 100% on the next buy. So once you've done this, then again, we want to see, did our Qubic arrive in our wallet? So we go up here to the top right of our screen and click wallets. And we go over here to our spot wallet then, click on that, and then we can see if our Qubic came in. Now, if you want to search for your Qubic, there's just a little search area here. We can click on the search, just type in Qubic and it'll bring up Qubic for us. If your Qubic doesn't appear instantly here in your spot wallet, don't worry. Sometimes it might take 10, 15 minutes, maybe even half an hour or an hour from the order to execute. So don't panic. It mightn't happen straight away, but it will come through eventually. And then once we've done that, our next step is to withdraw. So the way we do that is we stay in our spot wallet here, we're showing our Qubic balance, and we go all the way over here to the right, and we're just going to click on withdraw. Click that button. It's going to open up this window here, and we just select our crypto as Qubic. We withdraw, put in our withdrawal address here. I'll show you how to get a withdrawal address here. And then, whoops, sorry, made a mistake there. And then we put in the network that we're going to use, which would be Qubic. And then we just select 100% of our Qubic and send it over. So you're probably wondering, why would you withdraw? If you want, you can leave your Qubic on the MEXC exchange. And what that is called is non-custodial. So, or it's custodied, I guess, by someone else is what you would call it. So the MEXC exchange holds that for you, kind of like a bank. They protect it for you, secure it for you. If it got hacked or stolen or anything like that, they'd have to replace it. But the risks are if the exchange shut down or if they didn't have good enough insurance and it got stolen, you wouldn't get it back. So in one respect, it's quite good. In another respect, it's kind of risky because like I said, I don't entirely trust the MEXC exchange. But if you withdraw onto your own wallet, that is really good in terms of you control everything. But the risks there are if you make mistakes, lose your password, lose your ways of signing in or anything like that, you'll lose your funds completely. Also, if you're using some sort of browser or something like that, that's not secure and hackers get into it in some way, they could steal your funds. So there's risk too as well. So if you're inexperienced, it can be worth leaving it on the exchange. And if you want, if you're thinking you're going to sell this in the next couple of months, it can be worth leaving. It can be worth leaving on exchange. But if you've got thousands to draft for buying here, make sure you learn how to use a wallet and just keep your funds there, and they should be safe. I'll show you how to set up a wallet in a minute. So yeah, we've withdrawn all our Qubic. And then the way we're going to set up the wallet is we go to qubic.org, go to that website, and that's the Qubic website. And you just scroll down the page until you get to the section that says secure your Qubic. And we just go to the web wallet if you want to use a laptop or desktop, or you go to the mobile wallet section if you want to use a mobile wallet. You can also find the mobile wallet just on the Play Store by typing in Qubic. Just make sure that you're seeing the one that has loads of downloads and is the official wallet. And then on the iOS, you can do it by going to the Apple Store and just type in Qubic and you'll find the Qubic wallet there. But the one that I use all the time is the web wallet. If you're creating a web wallet, really simple steps. I'm going to share you a video that shows you exactly what to do. But if you're doing it, just make sure that you take down your public key. You take down your vault file. You make sure you've taken down your password. You write them down. You go and store it on multiple USBs. So if your laptop ever breaks or your USB ever breaks, you've all these backups, so you'll never lose your funds. Just make sure to think in a secure way so that you'll never lose your funds. And then the way that we do this, if we're buying on a mobile phone, if you're doing the exact same steps, so I'm not going to go through it step by step. But if you're buying on a phone, I'll just show you where to find some of the things. If you're on the phone, you can't see this clearly, just maybe zoom in a bit. But you go here to the app, you would click on deposit. Once you click on that, you you can do an on-chain deposit, or you can do a quick buy and sell, and that's where we buy with a card and through separate transfer or whatever. And then you go, once you've actually bought, you go down here to the trade section, and in the trade section, you just pick the Qubic USDT and the Qubic USDT pair. You just go and set it to market here. So remove that from limit and put it to market. You put it up to 100% and you click buy Qubic. And then we go and check by going over to our wallet section here. And in our wallet section, we can just check our spot wallet to make sure that our funds came across. And if they haven't come across, you just transfer from fiat to spot the way we did back on the desktop and laptop. So just back in this section. So if you guys have skipped on to find to the part where if you skipped on and you're wondering what I mean by any of this, I recommend watching this whole video and just making sure that you followed all these steps. Where have I put that slide that was about transferring? I don't know. You'll find it anyway in the video. It's easy to find, but just make sure you've transferred from your fiat to your spot wallet. And then what I recommend next is just to make sure that you actually know how to use the Qubic web wallet, and that you do it securely and do it correct, understand how it all works and is all set up. It's just watching this video that's going to appear on screen right now. Click on that and it'll show you step by step everything that you need to do to keep your Qubic secure. That's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope that was useful, and I'll see you all on the outside.